My name is Alexandria Taylor, and I'll be interviewing you today.
And you are my granddaughter.
Can you tell us your name and where you're from?
My name is Adela. I was a Tencio, and now I'm Manzanares for my husband. Been married a long time. I don't remember how many years. And he's been gone quite a while also. And I have 10 children. I'll be 90 what? 95. And I live here. This is my home. I have 2 sons with me all the time. One is getting married, and the other one don't seem to want to get married yet. And there's 6 of them altogether. Yeah. And I lived here for, oh gosh, 40, 50 years, I guess. I was born right about 2 blocks away from here. I've always been from here, but we're gone. Uh, Maybe almost 10 years. And we lived in Longmont, Colorado. And then we came back, and I was single for a while, and then I got married. Mostly all of them were born here, and they were here until they were able to go to school. Most of them went to the school over here, this school, and went to high school in San Luis. And then they got married and went away and left. I started here. I started here in first grade. And then my folks used to work beats, you know. Did you ever hear of beat workers?
Uh-huh.
Well, we went to Longmont, and I think I was about maybe 12 when we came back. So I went to school very little over here, and then I didn't go to school after that. So I started the 6th grade, but I just started. I didn't really. I can't say that I learned anything, because I don't remember what happened, but we left here, and I didn't go to school anymore. So that's how much school I got. Well, there weren't too many cars. There were wagons. I remember going to church, in the wagon, or walk. We used to go to church all the way to San Pedro, and I remember, and people were poor, I guess, but they managed. They managed. I know at home, I had, there were 7, 8 with us, with me, and I was the last one. And I was, I think the one closest to me is about 8 years older than me or so. I don't remember now. And I stayed with my mom and dad. I was 20 when I got married. And we lived here mostly. We bought this house, and we lived here. My kids were born here. We worked out in the fields, in the summer. And say what you could, I guess, because there weren't that many jobs. There weren't that many jobs. I guess I was alone because my older brothers and sisters left. But I came to school over here, and I think I was a happy girl. I don't seem to have any regrets in my childhood. I think I started learning English better because we left here. I was only 10 years old, and I got to go to a country school, and I had real good teachers. And because I only, like I say, I went through the 5th grade, and that was I couldn't go because we were laborers, we worked beats. And me too, from 10 years on, I was out not doing a whole lot, but I was out in the fields anyway. And so I didn't get to go. I loved school. I really liked it, but there was no way. I would have gone through the fifth, but we were far away from school, so I couldn't even finish my fifth grade. So that's how far I went to school. I am very happy to be Spanish. I, I, I have nothing to to put us down. I think we do pretty good. And when I was young, we lived way over there. You know where the cemetery? You do. We lived way over there by the cemetery, and it wasn't owned by my parents. It was I don't know through the state or what, but we lived there, and we didn't pay rent. We had our home, but then we were gone for a long time. I think. Well, my brothers and sisters had gone to Longmont, and they were working. It was just beet field or whatever, but they were working over there. And my dad had asthma. He couldn't work anymore. He was, older man. And so he did work, and we moved over there because the family was over there, just I was the only one left at home, and and we lived over there for quite a while with my bunch.
Do you remember the penitentes?
Yeah, my dad was one. I loved it. I thought it was really nice, It was, to me, it was just a religious, thing. And I was very, very, proud of my dad because he was one. And I liked the religion. And I think if I'd have been a man, I would have joined myself because I was very happy with my dad, And it was very nice, especially for Lent. Very religious, that's what it was. Well, in the community, only for Holy Week was when you really, were more religious. You went to church and you prayed the rosaries, and if you fasted if you wanted to, during Holy Week. During the Holy Week is the last week of Lent, right? And that's it. My mom and my dad were very, very religious, and I liked it. That they spent Holy Week at the church at Morada. I remember my dad staying, like for Holy Week, he wouldn't go home for the last days of the Holy Week. But they did a lot of praying and a lot of religious. But I don't remember that my dad ever did anything, like sacrifice himself, or never. He would just prayers. Religion means to me, well, I love the Catholic. I love going to church, and I think it helps you, to go to church and pray. I think it's good to have a religion. Family is very important to me. I love my kids. I love all my grandchildren, my brothers and sisters that I had. I don't have anybody anymore. I'm alone. I'm the last one in the family, and so they're all gone. But it's very nice. I love getting along with my family, and that's what I like to see, to see them get along. And so far, so good. That's what we spoke when, before they went to school. Once they went to school, and then I learned in school, I learned English, so I talked to them, English, and they learned both English and Spanish. All my kids know English well, and they all went to school, so I'm very happy with my bunch and my grandkids too. Because it's our religion, Spanish is our religion. I do think it's Spanish. It's nice, and I know a lot of kids don't speak Spanish anymore because it's not spoken at home, right? That was the main thing here. A dance on Saturday nights or Friday, and be able, to enjoy. That was the main thing, dancing, that I remember. It was really nice when you got. My mom was very strict. If there was a dance, like say Saturday night and Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, by Sunday night I wasn't allowed to go. I had gone too much. But sometimes they had them, like Friday night and then Saturday night and then Sunday, something going on. But yeah, it was very nice. I thought it was so nice. And the dances was the, that was the recreation really, when there was a wedding dance or dances on Saturday night or Sunday night. And that was a, what the younger generation looked forward to, I think. So it was very nice, very scarce, and no jobs. That was hard. If you had wanted to work, you had to go out of, out of San Luis and out of the, wherever. So, but I think I've lived a good life. I am happy with my. I remember some of my single life, and I remember my, when I got married and I had my family. Well, it was Christmas time, and the mamas made empanaditas or whatever, and if you had a little money, I guess you kind of bought goodies like candy and stuff for the kids that used to go out, and pedir Christmas is what they used to say, yeah, but that's gone. Miss Christmas, because over here everybody mostly was Spanish. There wasn't that much of English in it, And yeah, you went and knocked on the door, and they would open and give you some candy or whatever they had, empanaditas or, yeah. That was the old days.